so since I just got some information regarding the insurance ordeal, okay, that they've been orchestrating, I want to talk about it, you know, because this is one of those things that I was going to write about. Like, you could have seen me writing in my the journal that I just started recently around the 20th of August this year, 2023. All right, let's talk about this insurance thing. As soon as I left for Ohio, okay, like them knowing the intent behind me going and everything, as soon as I left, they lapsed my insurance. My car is at the airport, okay? The entire time I was in Ohio, they was claiming that I wasn't in Ohio and that I was in Oklahoma. Now that I'm in Oklahoma, they're claiming that I'm in Ohio. They lapsed my insurance. So this, ask yourself, this is not a bill that I have to pay every month. This is a bill that's set up for automatic payment every month. Okay? This actually looks like sweat, but it's not. How did they get it to lapse? So they were messing with the numbers in my account, my bank account. It's set up for automatic withdrawal. Every month it comes out on its own. Okay? I don't have to actively pay it. They're messing with the numbers in my account, changing what's available. Okay? So they did this on more than one occasion. Like, I'm saying, like, not just for auto insurance, they've done it for probably 2 other things too. 3, including a mortgage payment. Okay? To like get their desired outcome. So they're messing with the numbers. What's pending, what's not pending, what's paid, what's not paid, you know, what's that, any other. I'm not paying it anymore because I wasn't using that active. Okay, when I left. So, they lapsed it. I don't find out that my insurance is lapsed until June. I just happened to notice, I'm like, my auto insurance payment didn't come out. And I'm like, what is it? It's not combined with my homeowner's insurance. Like, what's going on? You know? So, I finally look back another month. I see that it didn't come out in May. Okay? And so now I know what they're up to, but mind you, you know why I'm in Ohio. So I'm like, it's neither here nor there. Okay? Anyhow, shit doesn't go as planned, and I end up returning to Oklahoma on the 11th of July. I took the Greyhound bus back here. When I took the Greyhound bus back here, I caught a lift from the bus station, actually from the hotel. There was a Comfort Inn across the street. I had to use their Wi-Fi to book the lift because I was gone on my cell phone. When I left, I didn't take my cell phone with me. My cell phone, my iPhone, was here in Oklahoma. So, I get back and catch a lift to the airport where my car is. Okay? And I'm like, I get there and I don't have enough money, and I'm trying to like negotiate with them. The motherfuckers don't understand they have. The government has been stealing videos straight from my laptop, okay? Trying to make sure that this information doesn't get out, that it's not reached, that I can't upload it to YouTube, that I can't publish it. Okay? So I'm talking about, this has been going on for, right now I'm still freeing up space on my phone, trying to get it to where if I need or want to make a video, I'll be able to do it on my phone. Because I can't trust making videos on my laptop. And you know, sometimes they're lengthy. Sometimes it's like an hour to 3 hours long. And they'll steal it. They'll steal it and they'll sacrifice it. And they'll use it to make more attacks on me. So, went as it was supposed to. But 3 months in, you can imagine nothing went as it was supposed to. I was supposed to be the one to jail and got out by then. Like 3 months. While they were attacking my finances behind me being in a hotel. When I go home, it's not home no more. I ain't got nowhere to go stay. Because they are posing as all my motherfucking relatives and have fucked up all my motherfucking relationships. And I don't give a fuck how open the devil is to me. I ain't gonna never be open to it. Ain't nobody getting away with this shit. Little punk ass faggot running his mouth. So look, the first thing that takes place, Romano, the fucking rental car. So I literally do plan to go to a motherfucking desk, go to the counter, and extend the rental. So I had been able up until this point to extend the rental by phone. You'll have to check YouTube. I mean, not YouTube. You'll have to check Instagram because that's where I put mostly all the details about the rental car stuff. So, of course, they were using an identity there at that hotel. It happened to be the desk clerk and her boyfriend that they were using to make these attacks. They were claiming that it was them that they were doing this to and not me. Okay? So, they come, they repossess the rental. Okay? When him and his brother and his dad pulls up, you know, and I come outside, she comes let me know, I come outside, like, he's telling me, you know, they all get super on guard based off the shit Romano told them. He told them, they call them, you know, like these motherfuckers, it's like a third party on top of a third party, you know, that they get to do this kind of work, to go and retrieve and track and run down a vehicle. Like I'm gonna steal it. It's a fucking rental car, okay? These folks, they get to do it, okay? Like, you know, they gotta come, and I'm talking about they slow. You know, like, this is where you see it all the time. It's kind of like Miami town. But he starts talking. I'm like, whoa, like, what's the, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all ain't even had no reason to be reacting like this. I ain't even did it. I'm like, how y'all are acting does not match my energy. I ain't did shit to y'all. I'm trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just trying to get some information. Okay? You know, like, I ain't being aggressive. I ain't being loud. Oh, no. I'm not making this, none of that. I'm just like, I want the details. Or whatever. And he starts telling me, you know, like, you know, about the company. And that's real short and sweet. But then he starts talking about Romano. And he's like, the motherfucker's running his mouth and telling people that I'm crazy and that I'll try to hurt him. And you see some of that on camera. I caught a little bit of it in a recording. So it ends up going real cool, but that's after the initial reaction, okay? The motherfucker had these dummies showing up, responding to me crazy based on the shit he was telling them. Running his mouth steady fucking lying. Your entire motherfucking life is a lie, and you got by. Like, these are federal agents using that identity. Like, and now they're really trying to stop me from talking so I don't say too fucking much. His entire fucking existence depends on me being attacked. Okay? Then they tried to flip-flop it, to pin his karma and his debt on me, his life, his expected outcome on me, being pinned like he is mentally ill. All that shit. Not able to get a job. You know what I'm saying? And you did all this shit for what? To be a motherfucking... What are you? To get a job? You did it for a job? Not even for power and fame. You probably a punk ass supervisor. Like, these motherfuckers are doing this shit for pennies. I said that in another video. But when you think about these things that what they're supposed to be. Like these things that, you know, like the shackles could have never been taken off the mind. And they would have still been sitting on the porch smoking weed all day. Probably doing meth or some shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, because it fucks up everything. I'm just saying, one bad decision after another, you know what I'm saying? Military, everything. Like, that's what that shit leads to. But this is not, you know, I know. And I don't have to talk about nobody. But I am. As soon as I can speak freely. With no interruption. I'm gonna dog the fuck out your bitch ass, nigga. And you know I got some more shit to say, but then you gonna, you know, be at the station talk about I threatened you. So the entire time, y'all, like he told them that, then they claiming that I'm Samantha. Bitch that stayed across the street, little raggedy ass white girl in a interracial relationship, like that bitch. Retarded, she extra retarded. They done made her up too. They inverted this bitch. So they're calling me her and claiming that it's her too that they're doing it to. And then you see me talking about the things like how the events are unfolding, how these things are popping up. And they don't have no way of knowing I'm there. These are federal agents. Witchcraft, voodoo. Okay? So, they repossessed this one part. Now I'm stuck in a hotel. And I got it on me. So I'm like, I have to protect it. And it took me 3 months to get out of that shit. With the type of attacks that they were making some real fucked up and extreme attacks on me. I'm talking about this shit was bad. So I finally make it back, get to the airport. Those videos, they were stealing. And I'm talking about, y'all, when I finally talk about how that day went, I would much rather show it. You know, like, because that's how these technologies are. That's what the government got. You can see it. You can watch it back. We can play it back. We can play back how foul this shit was and what type of attacks were being made on me. Make sure I pass out. So, yeah. That. So look, because of who they were calling me, they when they went in the system and made changes. So look, I finally called them back. I finally fucking called them back. Okay, I'm mad as fuck. You know, my funds have been attacked. Everything has been, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just completely depleted my finances. It was an attack on finances, but it was also an attack on, oh my goodness. They're attacking my mind. The motherfuckers wanted the summer. So, I called my insurance company and I'm talking about it. Now we're having a conversation. And I'm like, okay, well, that's what happened. And I'm like, so, moving forward, quote. And they give me this quote with a ridiculous amount. I paid $47 a month for insurance. I'm 39. I ain't got no motherfucking business. I'm 39. I own my vehicle. Got no motherfucking business. Paying no crazy amount of money a month for insurance. Do you get what I'm saying? 39. I own my vehicle. I have no business paying more than a certain dollar amount. Okay, no bad driver's history, no nothing. So I'm not supposed to be in a certain category. Okay? cursing and spelling, headspace. They refer to categories as head spaces. We steady trying to get her out of this headspace. As soon as I come to Shani they start exaggerating my facial movements, putting the energy back in my face like they haven't been attacking my temple to attack my jaw and affect how my jaw moves when they're calling me elders. So they put the little packs of fat on the side of my jaws, and then they attack the temple to create restraints with how the face moves. When I'm talking, you can't see no motherfucking real expression in it. And that's what you see, like, in variation with these videos. You can see this shit. And then because they control everything and are hiding every fucking thing, the lie. You just... It's like me. I'm present. I'm telling you all this. I can see the lie. You're owned. You don't know who the fuck you gonna be from one minute to the next. How they gonna reprogram you to see things. So you can, hey, why is this location looking closed? Hopefully it's just somebody in here. It's not ups anymore and it is closed. What happened? Where's ups? Let me see if they moved. I can't even do that with this video on. Let me finish this video. Take this time to stop and bring this to a close because I'm already 16, 17 minutes in. So, calling me home. We're having this conversation. But they quote me something like $87 a month. Okay, so look, we got a pass-through balance, so we were still billing you. It lapsed, but we were still billing you, and we want you to pay us that. And then on top of that, now we want more. And we'd have changed your record. This is what I just found out today. I was getting that amount because they had changed it, calling me Samantha, a bitch who's leasing a vehicle. She asked me, she said, are you still, is that vehicle are you still loan? Is it still under loan? Or something like that. I said, no, I own it. And then I say, wait, why? Did it say something like I leased it? She said, yeah. I said, no, it's always said that I owned it. And that's how I found out. The only record they've ever had since I got the vehicle was that it was owned. And now today, I find out that the record has been changed to reflect that I leased it to call me another bitch. Like, and not just another bitch, she represents a tier. Like, these are timelines. That's a type. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about, y'all, technically the automotive motherfucking industry should have failed years ago. They took the shackle off these bitches' brains and started inverting them. These are like project baby mamas, okay? Like, hoes that ain't shit, ain't never been able to think a day in their motherfucking life. That their God, their devil, their God, who is the devil, Satan, finally decided to find a fucking way to use them. So they started taking shackles off these hoes, getting them jobs, hiring them, and all kind of shit with no motherfucking backgrounds. But like I said, since they're taking the shackles off, the hoes can comprehend a little more, so they're getting jobs that they ain't supposed to even be able to get. And then they showing up and, you know, doing whatever they're supposed to do. It's like that insidious shit, you know what I'm saying? You know who the target is, and you know, like, everybody know, with them, everyone does not get the same type of customer satisfaction. Everyone don't get the same type of treatment. Those bitches are on an assignment. That's what it means to be used. And they'll do anything not to go back. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a demon that's losing territory. They'll do anything to not be reverted to what they were. Crackhead bitch. Or raggedy ass, dumb ass hoe. And I'm talking about they do this shit with people that can't do nothing with you. Y'all. I found out today. And you've been seeing me, like, document it on Instagram a little bit. You ain't been seeing it because the shit is isolated. But that's where I've been putting it, okay? That's where the evidence is. And so, today I found out what they had done to further lie on. Where I live right now is 2 Neanderthal. I'm in between. My property is in between 2 Neanderthal households. One Neanderthal household of 7 and the other Neanderthal household of 2, in which one is always gone 80% of the time. They're using that little small ass, you know, the type of shit that they did when they had a street that they could use. They ain't got nothing but these 2 motherfuckers, and they're using them to sustain. They act like I don't live where I live. They're still claiming my space. They're still doing all kinds of witchcraft and voodoo, y'all. I gotta find this up. I don't know what's happening. But I think insurance. And then on top of that, I get a notice yesterday that I have a motor vehicle violation. That's what I was about to forget. That wasn't even about being here. I would have wrote it in the description, and you motherfuckers so dumb. Most all y'all don't fucking read. Okay, you would have missed it completely. Would have never knew that part. But it would have been a part of a discussion. And you know how people get in, like, well, where did you find that? Where did you get that piece of information? It was in the description box. She wrote about it later. But and then I even got my eyes and stuff. So I get this notice. It's a fine. I didn't. So that household of 2 occasionally poses as a household of 4, and sometimes poses as a household of 3. And another type, another tier, you know, another timeline is this young guy they have that you could tell is a little rambunctious and irresponsible. He need his ass whooped. That's all that's wrong with him. White guy playing black. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just these fake lives, these things create. It's like both a black and white thing. You see them both do it. They think that their lifestyles and their environments are so much worse than what they are. And if you watch them or you've seen them, you witness them grow up, you know that that's not how the fuck it was. The motherfuckers are just mentally unstable. And when the shit that they put in, like the rap music and every fucking thing, you know, it gives them this false impression of reality. They ain't able to see shit the right way. So you can tell he normally gets stopped. He be doing some dumb shit, all kind of other stuff, you know. And this is in the country, y'all. Till he gets stopped, be doing dumb shit and stuff like that. So they're cursing about him. They're cursing about them. They're cursing about them. They're cursing about them. They're cursing about the deputy and the cops and everybody, okay? Constant cursing and spelling about everybody. And then they start doing small things to align to let you know that they are trying to escape some type of reality and pin some type of shit on you. So they're talking about municipal court in Akron. I don't live in Akron. I don't live in Akron. He said, yeah. That's just y'all. So they were talking about. So they're doing shit. Talking about, but they're like, you know, they were talking about how people are getting pulled over. How somebody had a personal vendetta. They get mad about me pulling out in the same headspace. That they were paying my car as this, and now that I've went and got a service, is not able to be in this headspace. Is not able to be in this category. And now they're that much more mad because that's, you know, where they were attacking a lot attaching a lot of the dark matter too. And they would have just continued to have created problems with the vehicle. So now they're like, you know, it's back to this attack on finances, but in a different way. So now we're trying to get you to be a part of a motherfucking system that you ain't even supposed to be in. They have this thing here in Oklahoma called UVED. It's a uninsured vehicle program in which they put up cameras. Is supposedly designed to keep motherfuckers out of court and, you know, from being penalized with misdemeanors. But that's not what it is. It's just to get the state money. Cops ain't got enough time to pull over as many motherfuckers as y'all get with these cameras. So, money. Identifying a problem that you actually have. I'm not going to say that problem don't exist. This is no different than Texas or any other big ass spread out area around here where motherfuckers is migrating, you flooding their asses right out of Mexico into here, and then just, you know, like steady having babies and shit. You know, it's they got high schools, y'all, with 14,000 students in them. That shit is unheard of. A guy was telling me that. Attending a school that has 4,000 students in it. So I started researching. I'm like, what does a cafeteria look like with these many students, and how do you logistically satisfy this and all this other shit? Because I'm like, the average graduating class, you got 4 grades. The average graduating class is roughly 130, 150. Roughly 130, 150. So, so I'm like, you know, just, and I find that it's true. I had never heard of that before. Shit caught me off guard. But okay, so that's a part of reality. That's how you find, and then they move, they go away for school, they go away for all kinds of things, and then you see them in other areas. That's how you come across these motherfuckers that don't nobody know, and they just, now they're whatever they want to fucking be. The government uses them however they want to fucking use them. So, and they got fleets of them. Fleets of them. This ain't your normal little small ass high school where you might have 500 students. So anyways, this program, they got cameras up throughout Oklahoma, and what it does is it filters these cameras. They capture plates. It's not like a ratio thing. It's supposed to supposedly capture each and every plate, filter it through a system that verifies whether or not the vehicle is insured, and it identifies those that aren't, contacts the person registered is registered to, and fines them. And then they become, that fine is buying into their program. Like, it's an enrollment fee. The fine is an enrollment fee. And now you're in this program for 2 fucking years, satisfying this court. No longer on probation. I ain't even in the state of fucking Ohio. And all these municipal court curses, this is a reflection of that. Trying to have me linked with some type of court so that they don't have to revert and get off of the attacks that they make. The motherfuckers supposed to been going in reverse, taking all this shit off me. Don't none of them see me. Nobody sees me. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't reach me directly, and I never have fucking company. No one sees me. You might see me passing. So, yeah. I get this notice 2 weeks later. It happened on the 14th. I just got it yesterday on the 28th. That they want $190. And look, it pans out So you know me, when the government be fucking with me and tearing up all my shit, I get to a point where I refuse. And then after so long, once so many other things, you know what I'm saying? Because like I'm a strategic planner. Like once I get out of that phase, that time frame, that block, that whatever is going on, complete however many tasks I sought out to complete, then I might be like, you know what, I guess I'll go ahead and get insurance. That's how that was going to be this time. And because they saw these are all arguments that I'm having with the federal government that's remotely fucking harassing me straight from the fucking lab. Washington, Nevada, every fucking where else. They every fucking where. So, seeing that I wasn't about to have the shit, they catch me. And it was like one of those things, like I said, they were Christmas going on everybody in this particular day, because I go back. That's why I keep track of everything. I go back, I'm like, what was I doing this day? And then I'm like, that's around the same time that I was cutting grass and I was claiming those deputies had an issue with me. Yeah. And you ain't able to make that attack, but let's be realistic. You see how extreme they are with me. Ain't nothing normal. You should know, ain't nothing like it appears to be. Okay? And as much as they motherfucking malfunction my home surveillance, they could have malfunctioned that camera and made sure that my plate wasn't caught. But instead, they made sure they caught me. You get what I'm saying? And I don't even be out like that. They mad about me staying home. They mad about me not staying home. You know what I'm saying? It's like that whole playing good, bad cop thing. You know what I'm saying? One group is satisfied with one way of things, and then the other group is satisfied with a different way of things. But it's always a constant fucking cycle of fuckery. Some don't want me to ever leave the neighborhood. Some want me to leave the neighborhood more. They don't want me to have home internet. They don't want me to have my favorite perfume. It's $165. They don't want me to have, they won't let me rattle all these things off. They're not letting me rattle them off. If I weren't recording, they come to mind like that. Remote neural monitoring. The ability to interrupt and interfere with thought processes. The entire purpose of removing memories is to affect how you see the situation. If you ain't got no memories and you don't have the feelings, the impact associated with those memories, how do you see the person? I'm talking about, they could have been beating your ass all your motherfucking life. And if you ain't got none of the motherfucking, you be like a motherfucking dog. They talk about that shit all the time, how my brother and my dad don't want my motherfucking mom looking at them for who they are. But these are all agents. So you got two aspects. Agents playing parts using these identities, and then you got the identities. If you just want to look at the actions, the situations, the scenarios, what should and shouldn't be happening in these type of situations and scenarios. But then you got the ones, like I said, that are controlling it, using the identities. You got to factor all that shit in. So for as much as I fight, and how much I'm doing, and how much I've done, my mom ain't got no business behaving a certain way. Like not being on the road, acting like you need a nigga to come pick you up and take you to a motherfucking store. Them agents using that identity ain't got no motherfucking business doing that. It's saying that everybody gonna die. The entire motherfucking world is gonna die, y'all. Like, It's over. It is completely fucking over. Let me find out where this upset.